Hey everybody, welcome back. We are on episode 9 of CellSmart TV. Very excited to be here and have this awesome chance to converse with some of the coolest business owners and entrepreneurs and business professionals that we've met, and get a chance to show them off to you and show you all the cool technology that they're using. Most of you know, again, my name is Garrick Sidwell. I'm one of the co-owners of CellSmart, and CellSmart is your trusted source for all things cell phone and tablet related. So we're excited to be here and excited to help you out in any way we can. We have a exciting opportunity to speak with our guest today. She's become a close friend of ours, and we've grown and learned a lot about her, and we're excited to share her and her business with you today. Our friend Jamie Hancey. Thank you for being a part of this.
Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for inviting me. It's fun.
We're excited to get a chance to show you off a little bit.
Great.
But do us a favor and introduce yourself to our audience. Tell us about what it is you do and
Okay. Well, the first thing I do is make people happy. So, and I do that by I have a couple of Subway franchises. So my locations are Centerville on Parish Lane, and I've owned that store since 1997. My husband and I have owned that since 1997, and just recently, just over a year ago, we opened our Layton store, which is on Antelope in the Exxon gas station right in front of Tanner Clinic. So we have those two franchises. Subway.
That's awesome. And one of those is right by my house, and we have been there a few times.
I know you have. Yes, and we appreciate it.
We love it. So we eat there frequently, probably more frequently than our budget likes to let us.
But we appreciate it.
But every time we go there, it's always such a great experience, and so I have no problem frequenting that store. So,
Great.
Tell us a little bit about how long ago you got into this business, and what brought you in there, and what it was that kind of drew you into what you're doing now.
Okay. Back in 1994 is when we got into Subway. A few of my husband's friends in the Salt Lake Valley, one friend in particular, owned 4 Subways in the Salt Lake Valley, and he said, "Hey, there's not a Subway in Burley, Idaho," and that's where we were living at the time.
Yeah.
He said, "You ought to do a Subway up there." Well, okay. We didn't know much about food service, didn't know how to run our own business. My husband was an air traffic controller at the time, and I was a stay-at-home mom with 3 little ones at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought, well, Jeff's really adventurous and likes to do that, so we said, we jumped in,
Shot at it.
bought the franchise, went at it, and it was fun. It was really fun. It's a little chaotic sometimes, but food service is fun. I did it a little bit when I was in high school, and so I enjoyed running my store. And so we bought that, or started that in 97 or 94, and then 3 years later, the Centerville, Utah store came available.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to move down here before our kids got too old where they wouldn't want to move.
Yeah.
So our oldest was just going into junior high. So we came down here and bought the Centerville store, still hanging on to the Idaho store.
Mm-hmm.
And we started just running that, bought that from someone else. It was already established, and just worked hard at that. And we had those 2 stores for a number of years. Probably about 5 years ago, we sold our Idaho store.
Oh, really?
And so we just had the Centerville store.
Mm-hmm.
And then just a year ago, this last March, we opened the Layton store and decided to, jump into that. My husband works at SkyWest Airlines as well.
Gotcha.
So he kind of does that during the day. I do the front stuff. My husband kind of does all the back work, all the paperwork, and all that kind of stuff.
So you guys are
we're a good
yin and yang
team.
with each other.
We are.
Okay.
We are a good
Awesome.
team that way. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more. I mean, you said you like working in the food service industry, and
Mm-hmm.
and you like the idea of kind of being your own boss. But what is it that you love most about what you do?
I think the number one thing I like the most is people.
Really?
I love to just chat with people. I'm a big visitor, chatter. Matter of fact, in 3rd grade, I got a really bad grade for talking.
Oh.
She said, "You gotta be quiet, Jamie." So I've learned from a young age, and I was a talker, and I like to visit with people, and so I think that's number one thing. I love my guests. I love my employees. People are just fun, and you're helping them.
Yeah.
You're providing a service. They're paying for it, but you're providing a service for lunch and breakfast and dinner, parties, and I just love helping out. So that's probably my number one thing. Maybe number two would be the flexibility of maybe if I need a day off, I've got a day off.
Kind of being your own boss, calling your own shots.
Yeah. So I like the flexibility of it as well. So.
Well, and I just have to say, like, having frequented a few of your stores and been there probably more times than we should based on our bank account budget, but you know, the reason we keep going back is I think you talk about liking to talk to people and connect with other people, and I think that translates through your staff. Like, it's kind of and I know this term gets a little bit of a different response, but like it trickles down from the top, in the sense of like, I think leaders have that ability to pass on a lot of their traits to their staff, because every time we go in there, your staff is always so friendly. They're always open and willing to connect with people, and that shows a lot through you and your leadership and the way that you run your stores. And so I mean, obviously we appreciate it. Like, that's kind of a given.
That's what keeps you coming back.
Right.
And I'm really blessed.
Right.
I really am blessed. In both my stores, I have great people.
You have fantastic staff.
People
really
that make me look good.
Yeah.
Because I'm not always there. But they say, oh, that's your store. But my staff is just top notch. I've got the cream of the crop, really.
They
both
really
stores.
are. They really are.
Yeah.
But I think that starts at the top, and so I just have to compliment you on
Thank
that.
you.
And I do believe that. What parts of your job, if I can just shift gears for a second, do you find most challenging? I mean, especially being a business owner, but what things do you find most challenging day in and day out?
Let's see. The most challenging, keeping everyone happy, maybe.
Really? What do you mean by that?
Well, I have 25 employees.
Mm-hmm.
And so we all have different personalities, we all have different needs and wants and schedules. And we have some that are younger, that have high school things that you need to, work around.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has their own different schedule. And so just trying to keep everyone happy with their schedule and the things they need to do at work and stuff, it probably keeps me on my toes the most.
Right.
And it's challenging. Just ask any of my employees, actually. And they'll say, did Jimmy ever mess up on the schedule? Yep. She messes up. Just because you try and mesh everybody's schedule and keep track. And so that's probably my biggest challenge.
Gotcha.
Is that, yeah.
Right on. Yeah. We're not to that point yet. Recently most people know we just acquired our first 2 employees.
Yeah.
And that's a juggle in and of itself. Yeah. But I look forward to the day when I can have that challenge with 25 or more employees.
Right. That's about where we're at. Yeah.
In my eyes, that means I'm serving more people.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of a cool thing.
Right. Yeah.
So.
You'll get there.
We will.
You and Nikki are charging at it. You'll be there.
We're hoping so. So. Now, tell us a little bit about the technology that you guys use every day, because I know in the food service industry things are always changing and adapting, and they're not dissimilar in the technology industry. But tell us a little bit about the technology that you guys use and what helps you guys continue to grow and be better.
Yeah, over the years, of course, everything's gone digital.
Right.
We used to take our temperatures just with a temperature probe that was not very accurate, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Did the job, but it wasn't as accurate as we can do it now. We do it with the temperature guns, and you put your probe right into the food.
Mm-hmm.
It comes up with a digital figure. It's just awesome. And they just recently come out with another thing that you can do it on our phones.
Oh, really?
That there's a temperature thing you attach to your phone.
Okay.
And you can just do it with your phone. It records your temperatures, and we do those twice a day. So we also have that we've come a long way. We do our inventory once a week. Mm-hmm. So we count every cup, every piece of bread, everything in our store once a week to make sure that we're not losing product and we're using the product as we should. And we used to hand count that every week and put it on paper, and we'd have all these little numbers on paper. And now it's all digital. Mm-hmm. We do it on a tablet.
Okay.
And there's a program that we use, and it's just really easy. and you can just mark it on the tablet, and then you can just upload it to your POS, and instead of all the little numbers and writing with pencil and erasing,
Yeah.
it's just a lot easier. So over the years, that's
Do you find that it
really
makes
helped.
it go quicker?
Oh,
Helps you guys
a
automate
lot
things?
quicker.
Really?
A lot quicker.
That's awesome.
Right. Same with our inventory or our food orders. We get those twice a week. And instead of manually entering everything in the computer from your invoice from your food distributor, now we can just upload it from the tablet right to the POS, and it's just so much easier and more accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, more accurate.
That's really cool. So, I'm sure there's probably a plethora of them in your line of work, but could you tell about maybe like a specific time where the use of that technology has helped to like improve either say a particular transaction with maybe a customer or a vendor, or help to make a certain process in your system more efficient?
Yeah. A customer maybe will come back in and say, hey, I was here earlier this morning, and I don't know, we made a mistake on their transaction or something like that. Before, we wouldn't be able to go back and find it
Right.
with the old POS systems that we had. But now with the computer POS, we can go back to every single sale that we've done during the day and go back, oh, we found you right here, and if there was a correction needed, then we can make it at that point. So with customers, it's really easy to do that. So yeah, voiding a sale, all those kind of things are just so easy now with
Much simpler
technology.
now that-
Yeah.
the technology's kind of evolved.
Yeah,
at
we
that
used to have to batch out the credit cards at night even. We'd take people's credit cards during the day, and then they wouldn't process till that night when we put them all in a little thing and send it, and it would go.
point. Yeah.
And now it's just all
It
automated.
just kind of automates
Yeah.
it, makes it so much simpler
Yes.
for us as business owners and even as
Yes.
employees, I can imagine. I mean,
Right,
you don't have to go through those same steps, and it just makes life a lot easier.
it does.
So you kind of alluded to it a little bit through our conversation thus far, but if you could maybe just dive a little bit deeper in terms of like how you've seen technology evolve through your business. And I mean, you talked about starting in 1994 and you know through now. Talk about some of the evolutions of the different things that you guys use in terms of technology and how it's continued to help your stores and you know, I guess the brand itself grow.
Right. Yeah. Just the computer systems that we've had since 1994 to today can do so much more and a lot faster. And of
Right.
course now we can take the chip cards with our system instead of just the swiping. So just the speed of the computers that we use now makes a lot of difference for, you know, trying to get your throughput of your customers through.
Right.
So the speed of the computers, and like I say, just the use of the tablets, our phones, with all the daily things that we use at Subway, makes it nicer. We also have a thing called University of Subway that our employees can go on and take little courses and learn more about Subway. They can do that right on their phones now, where you used to have a computer. You'd have to have a computer in the back room, or they'd have to go somewhere else to take those little quizzes. Now you can just download them on
And
our
that just
phone.
helps them keep up to date on training and systems and
Right,
processes. and
something
things
new
like
that comes out, or a new customer service, something we want them to learn about. And yeah, so they can just do it right on their phone. So
Just makes it
convenient
easier
and
for them.
easy. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm kind of noticing a theme here.
Yeah.
Simpler, faster, easier.
And this is not the name of the game,
Right,
right? For
exactly.
everything, unless you're, you know, like today, your power goes out.
Yeah. Oh, you guys
It
had
did.
power go out today.
And that shuts you down. It's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't down for very long, maybe 10 minutes at our Layton store.
that's fortunate.
But yeah, since we're so reliant on those kind of things,
Yeah.
it's bad.
That can handicap you for a little
Yeah.
while at least anyway. But
Yeah.
it's good that you weren't down for too
No,
long.
just
so
10 minutes or so, and
That's awesome.
then we were rolling.
But yeah, especially when people are hungry. Simpler, faster, and easier, right?
We don't want them to get hangry, right?
Exactly.
No hangriness around
Yeah,
it.
no. So, again, we've talked about the evolution and we've talked about how it's helped you guys, but if there's anything that you can think of, what would it be that you might change about the technology that you use to continue the evolution and keep helping your stores get better and keep things moving along?
Let's see. We have an app now for Subway.
Okay.
And this is going to make things really easier for people. You can order, if you download the app, you can order your sandwich, chips, cookies, everything that you need, and pay for it right online.
Oh, wow.
And then all you have to do is come into our store and pick it up. No waiting involved. So that is something that's just happening and evolving right now.
Really?
That will make things a lot easier and better. And yeah, a lot of people don't have a lot of time at lunch.
Right.
So put it in. You can call us too.
Yeah.
But then you have to come in the store and pay. But using the app, you can just
While
order,
you're sitting at
pay.
your desk at work, just
Yep.
plug your order in.
Yep.
Don't even have to clock out yet, but you've
Right.
already placed your order. You show up, pick it up, and eat, and you're good.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Yep.
Does it let you do it? Now, I know you've talked about this with me in the past in different conversations, but we haven't talked about it a little bit here. But you talked about your stores do catering.
We do.
Does the app let you order catering events? Or?
No, there is a separate number,
Okay.
and you just go to Subway.com or order Subway.com if you want to use the website for catering.
Okay.
There is a website for that. Or you can just call my stores individually.
Okay.
And either way,
Whichever one's closer, I assume. Right?
whichever way is easier for you. If you order online with ordersubway.com, you can pay for it right on that website.
Okay.
Or you can order it from me, and we can do your card over the phone.
Gotcha.
Come in, pay for it. But a couple of options there for catering.
Make it simple.
Yeah.
Now, just so our viewers kind of know, I know we've talked about catering. Tell us a little bit more about the offerings and the services that you guys do there.
Yeah, we do a number of things. I think we're probably best known for the 6-foot subs. And so we can do those, feeds about 25 people. So those are really fun for parties, get-togethers, family reunions, blessings, baptisms. We've done them for all of those kind of things.
How many people does that big 6-foot serve?
About 25.
About 25 people. That's so many. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a huge party.
And it's so impressive. You know, it's
Yeah.
fun for you to host a party with one of those sandwiches because
Right.
people come up like, wow,
Yeah.
that's fun. And then they can just cut off a slice, however big they want. So we have the 6-foot, or you can do a 3-foot. So depending if you just have, maybe 12 to 15 people, we can do a 3-foot sub, and those are fun too. Do those for birthday parties, lots of get-togethers, bridal showers, things like that.
Right.
We also have the platters, which we put 15 4-inch little sandwiches on them. So they're just a fun, different option
Quick
to use.
grab and go type of thing.
Yep, grab and go, and we can mix up the sandwiches a little bit more than a big 6-foot sub. So you can get multiple kinds of sandwiches on those platters.
And all the same offerings that Subway offers?
Yeah.
On those
Oh, yeah.
menus? Okay.
Yep. You can get any of our sandwiches on there.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
And then we also have the to-go boxes, and those you can put
These are
6-inch or a 1-foot-long sandwich inside, chip and a cookie. We can also do a bottled drink if you want. But those are really easy if you want to feed a crowd like a football team, like we did last week. They just gave 68 of them to their players, and everyone had one. They get on the bus. Everything goes back in the box, easy to throw away after, and
Yeah.
so to-go boxes are fun.
Simple and no mess.
And no mess. Yes.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing all that. That's awesome.
sure.
So, and again, I really appreciate you being a part of this interview and getting a chance to chat with you.
Yeah, I appreciate you asking. It's
But
fun.
now I really have to ask you the super hard-hitting question.
Okay, go away. Ask
Okay.
away.
So, Windows, iOS, or Android, and why?
iOS. Because it was the first one I learned and the only one I know.
Okay.
My family's a big Apple. All of them, most of them, I should say, have Apple products. A couple have different ones, but yeah, we like the ease because everyone's on it. Then we can FaceTime together because we all have the same product.
The same platform.
And I have an iPad, and I am not a big technology person. So you show it to me and let me just stick with it.
Yeah.
And I haven't ventured out on
No extra learning curves or anything
I'd
like
rather
that?
not.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You know,
So-
we've asked this question a few times now, of course,
Yeah.
and we've had all kinds of different answers and spread all across the board. And it's always just, it's fun to see what people are using
Right.
and how they're using it. And,
Yeah.
especially, in so many different lines of work. I mean, we have the food industry here today. We've talked to people from the real estate side of things. I've talked to people in, credit repair and marketing and insurance and all kinds of different responses. But it's just always fun to see what people are using and how they're
Yeah.
using it. And
Who's the leader so far?
So if I'm counting them
Mhm.
officially, Android,
Okay.
iOS
Okay.
is the leader.
Okay.
But the most common response we've got so far is I started with Android and switched to iOS, and now I can't go back.
Okay.
So that response has been the most. So it's fun to just hear all these different things and get the chance to see
technology. That's fun for you to hear.
So
who's using what?
But yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, there's a different learning curve when you go from one to the other, or from the other back to the first, or whatever. And so I know that sometimes it can be frustrating to learn one and then switch to another. And a lot of times people end up going back, but it's just, I don't know, it's just fun to hear the responses and get to see what people are using, and I'm sure our audience appreciates it too.
Yeah.
So my last thing is I just always like to give you a chance to tell people how to get a hold of you and how to reach you if they need services or products that you offer. And so especially where we just talked about the catering, but also, if you're in need of the app or, a quick lunch, tell people about how to get a hold of you and where to reach you.
All right, so again, I have the 2 locations, Centerville and Parish Lane, so it's 282 West Parish Lane. Centerville, the store number there is 801-295-0999. My Layton store is on 1724 West Antelope in Layton. We are in the Exxon gas station right next to Tanner Clinic. The store number there is 801-825-5803. So those are my store numbers. We're happy to help you. So get a hold of us if you need a party, a gathering, a family function. We'd love to help you out with some catering.
Awesome. Yeah. And go support Jamie. Her staff is always incredible. They're always super friendly. And if you guys know anything about the Subway brand, it's all about fresh and healthy choices and good place to eat. So again, thank you so much for being a part of this. It's been so great. And we'll look forward to seeing you guys back here next week for episode 10. We appreciate you joining in with us today. If you guys got value out of this, please do us a favor, hit the like button, comment below, ask any questions you might have. I can funnel them and direct them to Jamie if they're towards Jamie, but we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to see what kind of value you guys are getting out of these. And also do us a favor and hit share so more people know how to get a hold of Jamie. Thank you guys again for being a part of this and for showing up. And we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.